Hello! A few years ago, my mom told me how excited she was to get a Swiffer wet jet mop. I thought it sounded cool, but I was like, I don't think that's something I need. However, then I realized how dirty our floors get with kids and how you can't just pull out the mop every single day and do a deep cleaning. So I ended up buying a Swiffer wet jet a few months ago and I love it. It's so nice for those when we have those quick spills or dirt on the ground. I can just wipe it up real fast. The thing I don't like is having to buy replacement solution and pads for it. Thankfully, you can buy reusable pads that you can put on the bottom if you want to use those to save a little bit of money. However, I was having trouble with the solution because it isn't super expensive, but it all adds up over time. So I decided to make my own, and it's a really easy and effective way to replace the wet jet solution. And it's also a way, if you aren't so sure you like the ingredients in this, which, you know, who knows, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but it's a great way to kind of control more of what is going into the bottle and what's going on your floor and in your home. So if you use all organic products, you can do that. You can use different ingredients for this that are all organic that you feel good about. However, it's just a super simple way and it will save you money because it is cheaper to do it this way. I do recommend keeping this bottle because you kind of have to put it in the Swiffer wet jet in order to use it. But beyond that, you don't need any other materials that are super hard to find. All that this calls for is water, distilled white vinegar, some dish detergent, and this isn't required, but I think it adds a little bit of a fun smell. You can use some essential oils, just a couple of drops. You can use whatever kind you want. This one I'm using is pine scotch, and it smells amazing. It just smells like how you feel you want things to smell after they've been cleaned. You can really make as much of this as you want. However, you want to do a 1-to-1 ratio of the water to vinegar. That's probably all you're going to need to fill this up. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to put 1 cup of water in here. Almost there. And I'm going to measure out 1 cup. And when it comes to the water, I prefer to use purified water, but you can really use tap water if you'd rather, or get water from the store, whatever you would rather. I just like to use the purified myself. Okay, so 1 cup of the vinegar. Vinegar is such a great cleaning product. We have a post on our blog all about the ways to use vinegar, and it's amazing all the things you can do with it. And it's so cheap. And then just a couple drops of detergent. I thought we had other detergent upstairs, but apparently all we have now is this big bucket, or this big container. So I'm going to try and just pour a little tiny bit into the lid, because you really just need a couple drops of your favorite dish detergent, So I'm just going to put a couple drops. There we go. I mean, it's not going to hurt it if you have more than a couple drops, but all you need is a couple drops, so that's great. And then I'm going to put in just a couple drops of this essential oils. Okay. Now that that's all ready to go, I'm just going to mix it up in this bowl just until everything, I mean, it's hard to tell if it's combined since most of these things are clear, but just go until the detergent is at least, until the dish detergent is dissolved completely. And we're all done. Now we just have to put it into the Swiffer, or into the wet jet bottle. Before you go to pour it in, you're obviously going to have to get the cap off of your Swiffer. I just ran upstairs and did this. I wish I would have shown it in the video, but I don't have a kitchen down here and I didn't want to bring my phone up there. It's really easy to do though. All you have to do is bring a pot of water to a roaring boil, and then put your Swiffer wet jet bottle cap side down in it for about a minute to a minute and a half. After that, you'll want to take it out and you will it'll loosen up the cap and you will twist it off. A lot of people say it doesn't take a lot of effort, but I couldn't get it off. My husband had to come twist it off. And make sure you use gloves or an oven mitt because it is really hot. After that, there are these little prongs on the inside, and you can cut those out with an X-Acto knife, fingernail clippers, whatever you want, and that'll make it so you don't have to go through that process next time. Just an easy way to get the top off because they try and make it as hard as possible so you feel like you can't refill it with something else. Anyways, now that I have that off, you need a funnel. So this one has a tip that goes in there just nicely. If you think you're really good at pouring things in, you could do it without the funnel, but I don't trust myself. And then you just go like this. And you just pour it in a little at a time. See, even with the funnel, I make a mess. And that filled it up about 2/3 of the way, so that's perfect. And then just screw the lid back on. You can screw it on and off, that's perfect. And then pop it right back into your Swiffer wet jet and you're good to go. And now you can make as much refill as you want, and it works great. Makes your floors shine, and it's, I don't know, I love my Swiffer wet jet. So if you've been thinking about getting one and you've been a little bit hesitant because of all the refills, hopefully this will convince you to get one. And even if you have one already and have been buying all these refills, I hope that this saves you a little bit of money in the future. Be sure to subscribe for more tips and tricks, and let us know if you have any questions in the comments.